Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Monday. Hope you've all had a great weekend. Just realised the top banner's not working. Let me sort that out. Apologies. Oh, here we are today at Hamburg, headed to one of Easyjet's huge bases, of course, London Gatwick. Can't actually remember the last time we flew into Gatwick, so always good fun, particularly on VATSIM where it's always very busy. So yeah, love that. Hopefully you've all had a good weekend. And I can see everyone coming into the chat now, so welcome everyone. J-Hog first in the chat because he's family. Yeah, there's no first class though, J-Hog, so not on this jet. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Grumpy Bus Driver, and Lee Russell says it's his first time watching. Well, Lee, welcome. Hope you enjoy the flight and the stream. Hope you're doing well. Vincent, good evening, my friend. Yeah, indeed. He says it's a long time since he watched us live. Well, Vincent, to be fair to you, we're only usually getting about one live stream in a week at the minute. It's it's annoying to tell you the truth. We've still not moved. We're still in the same place. We're just surrounded by boxes. I think the only thing left functioning properly in this house is the FlightSim PC, because I'm not packing it up until I get that phone call. I'll be packing it up the day we move, I reckon. Fried Chicken, good evening, great name. Good to see you, Patrick. Jake the Ag Geek also in the chat, and Dougal. Hey Dougal McTavish, how you doing, Dougal? Good to see you. Vaughan Williams, didn't he die a long time ago? Hey Vaughan, good to see you. Composer of the English folk song suite, amongst many others. Anyway, hope you're doing well, Vaughan. And if you're watching over on Twitch as well, thank you for joining us. Smoggy the Noggin, good evening. So yeah, we're in the 320 tonight, of course, and yeah, real world route, of course, headed over to London Gatwick. A little bit busy at the moment. We are, as you can clearly see, we're in Hamburg. Aircraft's in our turnaround state. We'll go through the operational flight plan and all that stuff as well. Any questions, you know what to do. Just ask. Hopefully keep them aviation related or flight sim related, that is. But before I do anything, we're just going to check the aircraft is in the state we would expect it to be. So we're on the ground. Ground control is on. All the pumps are off. Actually, we won't have the packs off as well. They should be off. We're on external power, as we can see. That's all fine then, as it is. And we've got spoilers, flaps, parking brake. They're all fine. Transponder standby, and no acupressure just yet. So yeah, that's fine. FlightSim Jim says hello, currently doing EasyJet ops myself with a pilot's life. Bristol, Nice to Bristol. Timed it perfectly. In descent, should be finished in time to watch the full stream. Fantastic, sounds good. Nice is lovely, isn't it? Nice is nice, yeah. And it's a really cool approach. Doesn't matter which runway you're coming in on, both runways, either from the east or the west. Fantastic approach. 747 Atlas, good evening to you. Thank you for joining us as well on Twitch. So yeah, hopefully you're all doing well. Let's have a look at the flight plan then. Before we do, let's introduce the cabin crew tonight. Who have we got working for us? Let's see. Hey Mara, so welcome on board. Who have we got working for us tonight? I think Mara is our lead flight attendant this evening. She'll shout at me if not, I'm sure. Let's see.
Thank you, Captain. We have a wonderful crew on board tonight. Joining me are Anna, Lucas, and Sophie. We're all set to provide excellent service for our passengers.
Fantastic. Right, well, I'll leave you to crack on. Cy120, good evening to you. I've just been saying about the move. Nope, we've not moved yet. Not moved yet. I'll chat about something I may want to pick all your guys' brains about in a bit and remind me and the crews because I might have an issue in the new house. But anyway, we'll get to that. Let's have a look at the operational flight plan. So here we go. Right, payload's fine. Underloaded only by about 600 kilogram though, so quite a full flight tonight. Takeoff weight planned to be 6.6, so we're already nearly a couple of tons over the max landing weight. Why is that important? Well, if something goes bang on departure, we need to land straight away. We just need to remember that we are going to be over the maximum landing weight. That isn't quite as serious as it sounds. It just means there's procedures to follow, and we need to be aware of that. Best thing you can do, nice soft touchdown. But yeah, so always worth bringing to attention. Alternate tonight is Luton, of course, another big Easyjet base. 36,000 is the cruise. We've got a bit of a tailwind helping us tonight. Flight time's about 1 hour 13 minutes. Our shear rate is good, pretty much non-existent for us. Off runway 23 and expecting 08 right tonight. Oh, right, okay, so the winds must be coming from the east in the UK tonight. In fact, that makes sense. I've been watching Manchester departures all day and they're using runway 05. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, 08 right. What does that mean for us? Nah. A little bit longer flight doesn't mean we get the sort of straight in approach, but never mind. We get to take the scenic route. Jayhawk, if I haven't got fibre 1 gig, don't move. Oops. Let's carry on. So plug fuel is about 6 tons with the CNR. The magic number for tonight's flight is 2.5 tons. Okay, I don't think we've got any terrain on our flight this evening, so I'm going to skip through all of that, not bothered. Let's have a look at the weather then. So London Gatwick is currently, yeah, there's confirmation of that wind 040 at 8. It's cav okay, QNH 1026, so all of that looks beautiful. Let's have a look at the alternates. Luton, no clouds. Birmingham, cav okay. It has been a rather clear day over the UK today, hasn't it? Great for plane spotting. Stansted's the same, and Bristol the same as well. So, yeah, lovely. We've got pretty similar conditions here in Hamburg actually tonight, looking at the bottom there, so that's nice. And then if we just go to the weather data, worst case scenario, there isn't one. All the 9s, perfect, and we've even got only a very slight crosswind as well. So that's cool. Let's have a look at our no times then for Hamburg. Jet fuel A1 availability not guaranteed due to tech issues at the refinery. Okay, well let's hope we can get some from our ground crew tonight. Taxiways, Bravos and Echoes closed due to work in progress. Helipad to the east is closed, that doesn't bother us. Monday to Saturday, over the day, localizer 05. Okay, that's not going to bother us either. Cranes, more cranes. And runway 33 is closed, which is why we're actually departing runway 23 tonight. Normally, you'd land on 23, depart 33, but 33 is closed, which is why we're expected to be on 23, so that makes sense. Okay, so let's have a look, see what Gatwick's got going for us. And then we've got Juliet is closed overnight. We'll be there before then. Yeah, we should be in well before then tonight, unless something goes wrong. I don't actually think there's anything that's going to affect us, so let's crack on with that. Let's have a look at the route. There we are. Any weather to be aware of? Just having a look. Oh, that's not the clearest of pictures, is it? I think we've kind of got, yeah, that's a bit weird, that. That's the lower chart. What's the upper chart? Oh, that's better. That's what I wanted. Okay, so we've potentially got the issues of a slight turbulence up to 40,000 feet. So that is basically once we passed Amsterdam, descending down into London. It might just be a bit of light turbulence, but nothing we can do about that. So there we are. Okay, that's done. Right, what fuel are we going to take? Well, go back to our plan there. Plug fuel is 6 ton. There's very little need to take any extra. I mean, London Gatwick is usually busy, so there's the potential for a hold, maybe half a ton extra. So we'll tell the ground crew take 6.5. So we'll just go and get GSX. Hopefully will behave. 6.5 ton. Hey Mara, we're all set now, so if you want to start the boarding process, then let them on. Let's see if she's ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Easyjet UK flight 8636, departing from Hamburg and flying to London. We are delighted to have you with us this evening. Please take a moment to stow your luggage in the overhead compartments or under the seat in front of you. Our cabin crew will be around shortly to assist you. Thank you for choosing EasyJet, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
Let's just grab the 80s then here in Hamburg tonight. 124,325.
20.540, transition level 60, wind variable 1 knots, cab K, temperature 2.7, QNH 1022, trend, Nosik, Hamburg information Golf out.
Just check the first half of that, make sure we didn't miss anything important.
This is Hamburg information Golf, Met report time 1750, expect radar vectors for ILS approach. Runway in use 23, when passing 2,000 feet contact Bremen radar 120.540, transition level 60, wind variable 1 knots, cab OK, temperature 2.7.
Yeah, okay, that's all we need off there. Then just note down the departure frequency 12054 for Bremen radar. Okay, so now we go through, we just want to check everything. So that QNH we just heard there is 1022. Just check we're monitoring guard frequency 1215. Yeah, let's just turn that on. Back to VHF1. And then switching panels normal, thrust levers, engine mode master selection, they're all okay. Acupressure is now in the green, we've got the cargo doors open. 1022, we've got the constraints on. I believe the initial climb out of here is 5,000 feet, so I'm going to set that on the FCU just now. And with that, let's check the load sheet that I think has just come through as well. Or 3 load sheets. Shall we just go with the last one, the most up-to-date one? Load sheet number 3, there we go. So this has got a Mach 0 fuel weight of 32.6, and the takeoff weight CFG is going to be 30.8. Scribble those down, we'll need those for our performance calculations later on, so we will accept those. Okay, so IRS, we've got 3 nav greens, aircraft status, we'll check CFM engines, varied direct cycle, nice. Okay, init A page. Hey Mark, good to see you. Sorry, I completely missed the chat over the last few minutes while sorting that out. Oh, I too dream of 1 gig internet connection. That doesn't happen where we are. We're like in the back end middle of nowhere, but we're actually not, which is why it's even more annoying. It just feels like it. Let's have a look at the chart at the OFP, and we'll fill the box in. So tonight we are Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo. Quite interesting. I want to point this out. So the flight number that you pop in just here, which you obviously pop in there, and it should match with your OFP. You could easily make a mistake here. So I actually saw an aircraft the other day, and it was an EasyJet aircraft flying from Luton to Inverness, I think. But its call sign, it was actually on sort of on flight radar. It was EZZ. 86 Foxtrot Echo, whatever it was. So clearly the captain had got fat fingers that day and just put the wrong one in, which is interesting because that is usually what ATC sees on their scopes as well. So yeah, mistakes do happen. Cost index of 4, ground temperature is 10, the tropo is 39294. Let's get that in. The winds, we'll request the wind uplink. Whilst that is doing that, we'll just do our IRS in it. So we are stand 7 alpha tonight, so we should have 53, 37, 8 and 10 and 2. So 53, 37, 8, 10 and 2, they all agree, which means that it's reliable and we're happy. Good. The cruising altitude tonight is going to be 36,000 feet, temperature is 54. Okay, so that is departing, as we've said, off runway 23, and it's the Wesen 4 Bravo departure. The arrival at the other end is London Gatwick 08 right, and what's the star? Temperature 2 Golf. Temperature 2 Golf, and It is coming in via timber. Insert. Okay, flight plan has got 438 miles. We've got 444 miles there. Not a big discrepancy, so we're happy with that, and we will take it. Aviation, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Christian, good evening, mate. Christian says Hamburg's forgot how to wind. Yeah, it's very light tonight. If anyone's landing here tonight, it should be brilliant. Fabulous Ghost, what's the air server thing I'm using? Oh, there it is. It's just Air Server Windows Desktop Edition. I think I've got it off the Microsoft Store. It works. Links to the iPad beautifully, as you can see. So, yeah, works quite nicely. Okay, it's flight plan done. RadNav page then. We'll pop in the Alcester VOR. And we've got an ADF as well. 378. That's the Western 378. There you go. Whiskey Sierra November. If we have to fly that in anchor. So that's fine. Next then we've got our init B page. So our zero fuel weight for today's flight is 60.4. That C of G is 32.6. Fuel for our alternate then. It's not a million miles away to Luton, is it? So let's call it 1.5 tons. Where's the alternate? Is it Luton or is it Bristol? Well, it is Luton. That seems rather high for Luton, 1.5 tons. I thought it would be less than that. Anyway, so we have got a block fuel of... Why have we got block fuel of 1.5? I'll tell you why we've got block fuel 1.5, because I've entered that in the wrong place. Alternate 1.5, and we're going to do 6.5 tons. That's what I've asked the ground crew to load, so let's get that in. That then gives us a takeoff weight of 667 and an extra 28 minutes of time in the air should we need it. Good stuff. Refueling has completed. 6480. They've shortchanged us a little bit there. APU's not running, is it? No, it's not. Alright, well, fair enough. So that's done. Let's do our performance figures then. So departure performance. Off runway 23, it is dry. We're going to use the usual. Flaps 1, no need to force to get anti-ice packs off. Takeoff weight 667. And the takeoff CFG is 30.8. Is live weather sinking again now? Is live weather still not working? Oh, right. Okay. Live weather's not been working for a while, has it? It wasn't working last week. Anyone know what the problem is with that then? Why is that not working? Let me just grab the weather from the 80s. So what have we got? Winds are variable 1 knot, so we'll put in a tailwind then, which would be what? 040 at 1. The temperature is 10 and the QNH is 1022, and I think for this we're going to go full length. Let's go Alpha 4 in case we need to do a slight shorter departure. So yeah, we'll use Alpha 4. That gives us speeds of 151. We've got very high V speeds here. 151, in fact they're all 151, so very optimum today. Flaps 1 and the flex is 66. There we go. So yeah, there has been a bug with the weather that I think started last week, so yeah, we have to use alternate means for the weather. I'll use SimSmart in a minute because we're going to get the engine out procedure. So that's that set up. Thrust acceleration values, we'll sort those out in a moment. So yeah, let's hop over to SimSmart for that, and then once that's done, we'll contact air traffic control, get our clearance. Have the passengers started coming on board? I've not heard them yet. Right, so Echo Delta Delta Hotel, Hamburg, runway 23, 1045, 1045, 1045, knock a couple hundred feet off that for new SOPs, so that's going to be 845 for the thrust reduction, the acceleration, and also engine out. Okay, and the secondary flight plan, we'll copy the active, and the engine out procedure here is 1600 feet, and it is a left turn to the Hamburg VOR. So let's pop in the Hamburg VOR. Which is 8 miles away. We'll enter the hold, and it is 006 right turns. There we go. And obviously then if we've got to come back here, new destination back here in Hamburg, and we've got runway 23, ILS, no star. Is Hamburg one of the VIAs? It is indeed, so that's neat. That then should all line up and look beautiful. Let's double check it. So, Dan says there seems to be a short delay before boarding starts with the GSX integration on Fenix. Well, I can understand getting all the fuel on board and stuff like that, but yeah, they did used to be a lot quicker. So just double check the plan, see what that looks like. Yeah, so there we go, straight out. Then we're going to force a left turn, Hamburg VOR, and then we've sort of got an arrival built back in there, haven't we? Good. All right. So we are happy with that. Time to contact ATC, see what they've got going on. What frequency are they on? 121.705.
Pushback 500, Roger, Quebec. Traffic.
Hamburg ground, good evening, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, stand 7 Alpha with information Golf, A320 requesting FR clearance asphalt to London Gatwick.
V86 Foxtrot Echo, Hamburg Airplane, hello, information Golf, cleared Gatwick, visa for Bravo departure, flight plan route, climb via SID 5000 feet and squawk 1376.
Cleared by the VATSIM for Bravo departure, initial climb 5000, and just confirm squawk 1376, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, FM 1376.
Roger, that's copied then, thanks Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo. Let's get that squawking. If I don't do it now, I'll only forget. 1376. So we've got the squawk in. They've confirmed the initial climb is 5,000 feet. So perfect. That's good. Let me just have a look what's going on with the boarding process. Have we got anybody on board yet, or am I going to have to sort of jump start the thing? Oh, everyone is boarded. My bad. Yeah, everybody is boarded. Didn't realise that. So right, fuel is fully loaded, 6.5. So with that, we can get the pumps back on. Seatbelt signs, they can come on, and we'll get the APU started.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Easyjet UK flight 8636 departing from Hamburg and flying to London. We are delighted to have you with us this evening. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes, stowing your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance,
Hey, Christian Starmer, hope you're doing well.
of our friendly crew, including myself,
And Matthias
Mara,
Fleck,
and my
thank you for
wonderful colleagues
subscribing.
Anna, Lucas, and
Appreciate
Sophie.
that.
Thank you for choosing Easyjet, and we hope you have a pleasant flight.
Right, so if everyone's boarded, I've just got a final load sheet through. Let's check there's no LMCs. APU is starting, then we'll start running some checklists. So, what we got? Slot notification, that's fine. Extra off block time is 18:40. That's in 8 minutes. Takeoff 19:07. That's cool. That gives us 27 minutes for the taxi. That's very generous. It's a very short taxi here. Okay, let's go through the charts and then we can get going. Where are my charts? Let's bring those up and we can look at those together. Okay, so nothing of note then for the weather. Aircraft is a 320, fully serviceable. No NOTAMs that affect our flight today. Let's have a look at what we're going to do with our taxi then. So we are parked stand 7 Alpha, which is just here. So I can push, I expect we're going to push and probably facing north. Short taxi. We've got figures from Alpha 4. Alpha 5, I'd have to rerun them, so ideally Alpha 4, Alpha 3, or of course full length, will go wherever. There's not much difference between any of them, so I'm not going to be too bothered. It's a short taxi, so the plan will be once we push back, we'll do flight control checks before we move anywhere. Maybe the PEDS check as well, and we'll probably do the taxi checklist because it is a very short taxi. I'm going to do everything before we even start moving today. No single engine taxi, of course, because it's definitely not worth it. So once we are once we're holding, let's have a look at the actual departure. Thing of note with the departure, passing 2,000 feet, we're going to contact Bremen radar 12054. I'll get that in the standby in a moment, and then we'll just grab the SIDS. And go through those. Here we go. So, yep, there we are. So we are straight out. There is a speed restriction, actually, of 210 knots until passing Delta Hotel 100. So let's just jump down and have a look at our speeds. So we're probably going to fly flaps 1. Because it just makes more sense. So let's just pre-select speed 193. No point flying faster because it's not efficient. So we're going to fly 193. Let's pre-select that until we pass that waypoint Delta Hotel 1. After that, we'll then push for manage speed, accelerate away, clean up on schedule as we go, and there we are, climbing up to 5,000 feet as cleared. So threats with the departure, really it's just a short taxi to worry about, nothing else. MSA, as you can see, is 2-1, so quite low down, so that's fine. Yeah, nothing really much else I can think about with that. It's all straightforward. Let's run through the engine out procedure then. I haven't done this for a while, so if we're all ready for the emergency brief, we'll go through that. So if we have any problems on the ground, we'll we'll stop the aircraft, we'll contact ATC. If it's something serious, like obviously a fire, then we need to let the crew know to attention all stations. But if it's just a minor issue that camp crew aren't bothered about, we'll not bother telling them. We'll just stop and we'll let ATC know that we've stopped for whatever reason. Depending on the kind of failure, then we'd either look at the computer reset table in the QRH, call the MOC, and or we can perhaps run any ECAM messages that we've been given, of course. On departure, of course, it's going to be my takeoff, and if I have any problems or warnings before 100 knots, then I'll consider stopping. But after 100 knots and up to V1, I'm only going to stop for any of the uninhibited ECAM warnings or cautions, such as like engine fire or failure without thrust loss, if we think that the aircraft is completely unsafe to fly. Another good reason to abandon takeoff. I'll make that decision then to go or stop, calling it cleanly, and if we decide to stop, then we'll call it nice and strong. I will then, following that, if the decision is to stop, I'll choose max reverse, keep the aircraft straight on the runway, and use manual braking if the auto brake isn't stopping us as quickly as I would like it to. If we have an engine fire, normally I would point the aircraft into the wind. However, we're not going to bother with that today because there is literally no wind, and what wind there is very light and very variable, so can't really mitigate for that today. Once we come to the stop then, I'll stow the reversers, set the parking brakes, and we'll announce cabin crew attention stations, and then just pause for a moment, take a breath, sit on our hands for a couple of seconds, us just to see why we stopped and confirm any of the failures using the ECAMs and fault lights. Once we've established the cause of the failure, then we can either complete the ECAM tasks and ask the ATC to vacate the runway, or if it really is something much more serious and it looks like we've got to get everybody out, then we'll consider running the evacuation checklist. Let's just make sure though before we do that we do pause at the evacuation initiate, because if we are going to do that, well, as you know, if you have to evacuate, people will get hurt. However though, if the failure is after V1, we're going to get the aircraft into the air. If it's an engine failure, then we fly using the standard technique of 12.5 degrees pitch initially, and then we follow the SRS commands using the rudder to counteract the yaw, and once the aircraft has got a positive climb, we'll get that landing gear up. I'll trim out the yaw, and once we're trimmed, I'll get the autopilot on. We will be able to select Toga because we're only doing a flex takeoff today, so we'll do that, and I will pull the heading bug so that we don't continue out on the SID. Once we're above 400 feet, not before, we will then confirm the failure and run the ECAM drill. Would obviously, if there was someone actually sat next to me in real life, you need to confirm any guarded switches or engine switches and move thrust levers with the person sat next to me as confirmation. Once the engine's secure then, and we're above the single engine acceleration altitude, which today is about 845 feet, then I'll push the level off, accelerate away, retract the flaps on schedule, then a green dot will pull open climb and select maximum continuous thrust. Once we're above 1600 feet, then we'll look to make that left turn back to the Hamburg VOR. We'll hold at 3000 feet, it's above MSA, and once we're in the hold, then we'll decide what we're going to do, which obviously will probably be a return back here to Hamburg if it's a failure. Okay, so that's all done. That's all happy. APU is running. Let's get the APU bleed on. We'll give it that a minute. We'll get the packs running, and then we'll be good to go. Right, cockpit prep checklist then. So aircraft acceptance, that's been completed. Fuel quantity is 6,500 kilograms. Oh, actually, it's just gone down a little bit with the APU, but 6480, that's fine. Just check they are both loaded and balanced, which they are. The seatbelt signs are on. Adidas, we've got 3.5 greens. The bar FQ is 1022, which is 40 feet. Just see we've got another message here. Just want to check what that is. Make sure they're not cancelled our flight or anything daft like that. That's another random load sheet. Okay. Oh no, that's the final load sheet. And yes, no LMCs. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Fantastic. So let's get the packs then on, or just get one of them on. APU's up and running. Let's disconnect the external power. Don't need that. And that's till ground. We're good to go. Hammer ground, easy, 86 Foxtrot Echo, stand 7 is ready for push and start, please.
First, all wings 16 November, push and start approved, facing north, Zulu 1, blue line.
Push and start approved, facing north, blue line. All wings 16 November.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, pushback approved, facing north, Zulu 1, blue line.
Pushback road, face north and on the blue line. Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo. Beacon light on, transponder on, and the before start checklist.
Hamburg Apron 9, Austrian 1.
Parking brake is on.
Information Golf request, IFR clearance to.
Takeoff data 151 for V1, 152 for V1.
Mike, hello.
Windows closed.
To Wien, Rama 6 Bravo
Heads,
departure,
flight mode.
route.
Doors
5,000 feet,
are
squawk
closed and
76.
armed.
Correction, squawk
And the beacon light is on.
7616.
Austrian 1-2 Mike is cleared to Hamburg via Rama 6 Bravo departure, flight belt route, climb via SID to 5,000 feet, squawk 7616 info hotel.
Austrian 1-2 Mike, repair correct.
Ben, the Nice approach is always confusing here. We're going to walk through that part. Oh, sorry, the Nice approach, or we were talking about Nice Airport earlier. Do you mean the approach into Gatwick is always confusing? Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk through that when we get there. Let's check. We've got notable steering. That's disconnected. Basically, Ben, I need to know, do you mean Nice or Nice? Either is good. Jacob, where'd you get the number from Perth? Go on, Jacob. what are you referring to? With the trim value, you get that in your final load sheet, which is just here. So your trim value is this figure here. Takeoff weight 30.8. So we'll set that after push. Tail to the right.
Matron, hello, Eurowings 2042, currently crossing runway 33.
On Eurowings 2042, make a right turn off onto Zulu
Okay,
5.
so ground's ready for the parking brake
Parking
release.
stand 1-2.
Parking brake is released.
Right turn off to Zulu 5, parking stand 12, Eurowings 2042.
Jacob, I'll show you that in a moment, my friend. Alright, so we're clear to start engines, and paranoid check, APU bleed is on. Engine mode selected to ignition, and we're starting engine 1.
Cabin crew, all doors and flight and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Easyjet UK Flight 8636, departing from Hamburg and flying to London. We're thrilled to have you with us this evening. Our captain for this flight is Easyjet's pilot, and our first officer is Nigel. Joining me in the cabin tonight are my wonderful colleagues Anna, Lucas, Sophie, and Max. Now, I'd like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. First, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To release, simply lift the buckle. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth and secure
Fellow
it with the
EasyJet
elastic
landing.
band. Remember to put your own mask on first before assisting others. We also have life vests located
Austrian
under your
1
seats.
to Mike,
To use
ready
them,
for
pull
push and
the
start.
vest out, place it over your head, and pull the straps around your waist to secure. Inflate the vest
Austrian
by pulling down
1
the red
to
tabs or by
Mike,
blowing into the tubes.
pushback.
In the event of an evacuation, please leave all
Yeah, I call it for pushback.
For those wondering where the cabin crew comes from, it is from Say Intentions. Link in the video description down below if you're watching on YouTube.
Please take a moment to locate your nearest exit, which may be behind you.
Good engine start on 1,
Thank
starting
you for
engine
your
2.
attention, and we hope you enjoy the flight. After the meal service, we will be coming around to offer items from the Easyjet shop. Captain, the cabin is ready for departure.
Okay, so cabin is ready. Paul, I haven't tried passenger 2, no. But in fairness, I am a partner with Say Intentions, so there's obviously both their entourage and the full ATC suite, and I love the off-rails approach with this. So I can speak to my cabin crew as though it's a human, because it is true AI, and I love that. In fact, I've also got... What was the name of the first officer? Hey, Nigel, all happy with the brief and ready for the flight? I don't know if Nigel is listening. I guess I'll find out in a minute. Engine 2, start.
You'll need to turn on ATC if you want me to do anything for you.
I don't. Yeah, to be fair, the co-pilot is part of ATC, and I've turned the ATC suite off, and that's fine. But we've just seen that we've got engine 2, good, positive start on there, so that's now available. So, engine mode selector, that
Eurowings
off.
2042, on standby from service, good night.
APU's off, antenna's not required.
Fliegen, bis dann. Ciao.
So now we set the trim. So first of all, we want to on spoilers.
16
Rudder
November,
0.
ready for taxi.
Flaps 1. Now we set the trim. That trim value, if you remember, was 30.8, and we're literally just looking for 30.
Eurowings 16 November.
0.8.
Holding point,
Eyeball it.
runway 23 via
that's how it's
Zulu
done.
1 blue line Alpha 3.
Turn the lights off, ready for our departure.
Taxi
Okay,
to
flight control
point
check.
Runway 23 via Zulu 1
left.
blue line Alpha 3.
Full right.
Eurowings
Neutral.
16 November.
Full up. Full down. And neutral. Rudder, full right. Rudder, full left. And neutral. Okay, so The taxi checklist will run in a moment. Let's do the after start checklist. Anti-ice is off. ECAM status is checked. Should just be a pack 2 fault. That's fine. The pitch trim is 30.8. Rudder is neutral. No change to our performance. Engine out procedure is standard, straight out, and it's above 1600 feet. Left turn Hamburg, 3000 feet. That's the Hamburg VOR. Departure is straight out. Passing 2,000 feet, we're on 12054 Bremen. A noise abatement 2. And first turn will be a slight turn to the right. And of course, passing that speed restriction waypoint, Delta Hotel 100. That's when we'll push for managed speed, maintaining flaps 1 until then. All right, let's go to let's ask if we can go.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo is now ready for taxi.
Okay, perfect. And please next time advise beforehand if you're unable to push on the colored lines, because that's a bit bad for the pre-planning. But taxi via Zulu 1 orange line now to holding point Alpha 1.
Taxi via the orange line Zulu 1 and hold Alpha 1. Yeah, apologies for the default pushback there, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo. Okay, so we're going on orange and we're going to Alpha 1, so full length departure for us.
From 6 November, call tower 126855.
126855. Allerdings 6 November, danke, ciao.
This evening I haven't handed you flight.
Why is our noticeable steering not yet disconnected? We've got a tug.
131 readability is about 2 or 3 out of 5. Please check your mic.
And ground Easy 88 Foxtrot Echo. Apologies, we're going to be about another 30 seconds. Is that okay?
Roger.
Hamburg 8 for Easy.
I thought I'd released the tug. Clearly I'd not.
Hello, Easy
My
68
bad.
Tango Bravo. Taxi Zulu 5, Zulu 4 and Zulu 1 blue line. Parking stand 5 Bravo.
Zulu 5, Zulu 4, then Zulu 1 blue line to, can you repeat?
Stand up and peer over the glare shield. Where's they gone?
05 Bravo.
05 Bravo, Easy 68 Tango Bravo, thank you.
Okay, so obviously we're going on the orange line, so taxiing down here over to the right, holding Alpha 1.
131, can I say again? Yeah, 131, I don't know, it's still you're very quiet and not very good readable. Maybe you can check if there's anything you can change.
Mark, I have upset German efficiency, yes. Okay, so tug's out of the way. We're clear on the left, clear on the right. I've blinded the ground crew, so let's go.
Mic check, 931.
131.
We're not clear. Get out of the way.
Thank you. Okay, so 931, we are information hotel stand 85 requesting Alpha clearance to Amsterdam as filed.
They're not being that efficient, to be fair.
131 hotel is correct. Clear to Amsterdam. Visa for Bravo departure. Flight planned route. Climb via SRD 5,000 feet. And squawk 1340.
Clear to Amsterdam via the Vision 4 Bravo departure. Transition 5,000 and squawk is 1.
Not quite sure what happened with my rudder just then. Let's get on the orange. Okay.
Easy 68 Tango Bravo. Before turning into the parking stand, please first let the company 320 on the orange line pass.
Yeah, no worries. We'll let the company 320 pass before we turn in. Easy 68 Tango Bravo. Thank you.
Taxi checklist. So
Perfect.
flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. The FMAs, we've got 151 blue, 151 magenta, climb blue, 1FD2, 5000 blue. Radar and predictive windshield both on. Engine mode selector is neutral. ECAM memo is takeoff no blue. And the EFB is stowed and should be disconnected. Hey, Glyn.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, contact tower 126855.
16855, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo. Thanks. Good night.
Austrian 12 Mike, push and start approved. Safe.
Clear to land, Condor 55.
Looks like quite a few inbound aircraft just there. Tower, good evening, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, approaching Alpha 1.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, Hamburg Tower.
Tower 9, November 6 by Delta, alles zu 3.
November 6 by Delta, Hamburg Tower 9. Austrian 1 Bravo, cross runway 33 on the other side, contact Hamburg Apron on 121, decimal 705.
Oh,
right?
cool Condor livery.
Austrian 1 Bravo, crossing runway 33 and on the other side, Apron 121, 705. Bye bye.
Departure frequency 12054 is set. Jacob, I can certainly talk through that as we're doing it. It's not a long flight, this is only about an hour. Whistle Gaming, good evening.
Condor 55 landed, runway 23 clear. Condor 55, not yet, move past the deboarding line, taxi left to 1 short of runway 33.
Night at night, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well.
Taxi to runway 33, Condor 55. November 6 Papa Delta, wind variable 1 knot, runway 23, clear to land.
23, clear to land, November 6 by Delta.
6 Foxtrot Echo behind next arriving traffic line, runway 23 behind.
Behind the next landing aircraft, clear the line up and wait behind. Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo. We'll see as well there's an aircraft in the distance on final as well, so it squeezes out between them, which is brilliant. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
Hamburg Tower 9, Air Berlin 15 Bravo, ILS runway 23.
Air Berlin 15 Bravo, Hamburg Tower 9, 1
Private jet coming in.
number 2. Condor 55, cross runway 33 on the upper side, contact Hamburg Apron on 121 decibel 705. Bye-bye. After crossing runway 33, contact
Still need to get the strobe lights on.
Condor 55,
Lineup checklist, so our cabin is secure, takeoff runway is full length Alpha 1, runway 23 confirmed, TCAS, TARA impacts 1 and 2.
Is 86 Foxtrot Echo, traffic 4 miles, final runway 23, wind variable 1 knot, runway 23, clear for takeoff, ciao.
Clear takeoff, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, thank you.
November 6 Papa Delta, welcome to Hamburg. Here is state requested parking.
Okay, takeoff.
GA parking, November 6 by Delta.
November 6 Papa Delta, taxi to GA parking, der Delta 1, danke fürs Fliegen, schönen Abend noch, tschüss.
GA parking bei Delta 1, November 6
Man
by Delta,
thrust,
danke und einen schönen Abend.
SRS runway, auto thrust blue,
Gleichfalls.
takeoff thrust set. Knots. Long takeoff roll, this one. V1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up.
Everything 15 Bravo, wind variable 1 knot, runway 23, clear to land.
Air Berlin 15 Bravo, clear to land, runway 23.
On repeat, Delta Victor Alpha. Lufthansa 3 Alpha Romeo, with you.
First climb,
Hello,
climb.
10.
Autopilot 1
Lufthansa
engaged.
3 Alpha Romeo, Bremen radar identified. Information hotel is current. Expect runway 23, cleared Neugo 3 Papa arrival, descent via star, flight level 80.
Lufthansa 3 Alpha Romeo, via descent level 80, cleared Neugo 3 Papa arrival for ILS 23.
Bremen radar, good evening, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, Western 4 Bravo, passing 2,200 for 5,000.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, Bremen radar identified. Climb via SIT to flight level 100.
Climb via SID, flight level 100. Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo.
Lufthansa 5 to Foxtrot, reduce
Okay,
speed
standard
25
pressure, flight level 100 blue.
Speed 25 knots, Lufthansa 5 to Lidwag.
Eurings 4 per whiskey, reduce speed 220 knots.
Speed 220, Eurings 4 Papa Whiskey.
Lufthansa 3
Manage
Alpha Romeo,
speed.
descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1022.
QNH 1022, descending 5,000, Lufthansa 3 Alpha Romeo.
With Air 72 Golf, descent to altitude 3,000 feet,
Flap
turn
0.
left heading 260.
Spoilers
Cleared
disarmed.
ILS, runway 23.
Descent 3000, left heading 260 and cleared via left 23.
All about aviation, did I start the clock? Not the engine clock, I've got the
Alpha, contact Hamburg Tower,
the chrono going.
126.855, bye-bye.
126.855, Delta Victor Alpha, bye bye.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, contact Bremen radar 126.325, bye-bye.
12632 for Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, good night.
Delta Lima Whiskey, contact Bremen radar on 119.49.
Lima November, besten Dank.
Lima November, hier sehe gerade ist so gesetzt, dein nächster Wegfunktion, alles gut.
Ja, das ist Lufthansa Lima November.
Bremen radar, good evening, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, passing flight level 60 for flight level 100.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo identified, climb level 250, good evening.
Continue climb flight to flight level 250, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo.
Colonel 307.
Right, so we're 7,000 feet.
Control 119.
There's a little bit of cloud, not enough to worry about. So we just want to check spoilers. Flaps, gear, get the lights off. Didn't toggle the seatbelt signs, so the cabin crew is probably still sat down. Now they can move. We're passing 10,000 before we get the seatbelt signs off for the rest of the cabin.
Lufthansa 901 Alpha, turn the right heading 1.
Darren, am I happy with Flight Sim 24? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Mark, are you right in thinking you set standard pressure if you're given a flight level before reaching transition? Yes, Mark.
Radar on 120.540. Bye-bye.
Exactly right.
Say again?
Lufthansa 4 Lima November, it's Bremen radar on 120.540.
Okay, 10,000 feet.
Bye-bye.
Airports on the AFIS.
120.540, Lufthansa 4 Lima November, danke, tata.
We'll clear out the RadNav page.
Dear guests, we are now at a safe altitude, and you may use your electronic devices.
Cost
The
index 0.
lavatories are now available, and our cabin service will begin
Secondary
shortly.
flight plan can be cleared.
Thank you for your attention, and enjoy your flight.
And we're checking here. We're going to be cruising at 36. Optimum is 35. Maximum is 381. So yes, we can accept flight level 360. Just pop in Amsterdam in there because we're going to be passing it, so it's a good alternate if we need it.
Radar identified. Good evening, sir. Descend flight level 110.
Descent level 110, you're wing 6 Hotel.
Lufthansa 901 Alpha is justified. Resume normal
Seatbelt signs off.
altitude 3,000 feet. Turn right heading 220. Lufthansa 901 Alpha, we are now good to go. Resume normal speed. Descend altitude 3,000 feet. Turn right heading 220. Lufthansa 25 Mike, Bremen radar identified.
It's got a couple of messages
Descend
as
flight level
well.
110. Good evening.
Leg to the scheduled change when back at base. That's not
Thank
for
you.
me.
Descent flight level
I'm not
110
flying the
report
next
of
leg.
flight right.
November 750 Alpha Victor, Bremen
And we were
radar
5
identified.
minutes late.
Good evening. Information India now current. New arrival runway 27. Radar vectors wireless Zulu runway 27. Turn right heading 0. Actually turn right heading 360.
Right heading 360, 750 Alpha Victor,
All about aviation. How do you know when my upcoming streams are?
November Alpha Victor negative.
I don't
IS
normally give a
Zulu,
lot of time in
runway
advance, to be
27,
honest, because
new
I
runway,
don't
runway
always
27.
know. So the best thing is our Discord server. That's usually where I post as far in advance as I can, and it's usually
Ring 6 Papa Hotel.
about an hour.
Attain speed 270 knots with given speed. Contact Bremen radar 120.540. Bye bye.
120.540 with given speed, German 6 Hotel. Bye bye.
Bremen radar and Lufthansa 985 with you descending through flight level 280 for flight level 250.
Lufthansa 985. Bremen radar identified. Good evening, sir. Descend
David, do I normally get
110.
good performance or do I get stutters and low FPS? David, normally
Descend flight level 110
It's
Lufthansa
okay.
985, thank you.
I lock my FPS at 30. You don't really need any more than that in a flight sim.
Lufthansa 9 Alpha, turn right heading 250, clear ILS Zulu, runway 27.
If you enjoyed the stream so far, guys, please hit the like button. And of course, remember, we've got our discount
November
code
Alpha Victor,
as well.
altitude 3,000 feet.
If you wanted to purchase addons and extras,
1023.
I'll save you some money.
November Alpha Victor, confirm descending altitude 3,000 feet. Thank you, sir. Lufthansa T5 Mike, contact Bremen radar 120.540. Bye-bye.
All about aviation. Mine is sort of a custom setting.
Thank you, goodbye.
So, yeah, there is a video on the channel about my current settings, so you can check that out if you wish. It's definitely better than medium, though.
EC86 Foxtrot Echo, contact Maastricht radar 136.465. Goodbye.
136465 Easyjet Fox Echo. Good night. 136465.
Lufthansa 901 Alpha, contact Raymond Tower 120.330. Bye bye.
Very good tango. Are we still on feather?
Maastricht radar, good evening, Easy86 Foxtrot Hotel, passing flight level 210 for flight level 250.
First Scandinavian 5 Echo Tango from see you at flight level 370. Break Easy86 Foxtrot Echo, Maastricht radar, radar contact, flight level 360, proceed direct Galsdorf.
Confirm flight level 360 and direct to Galsdorf for Easy86 Foxtrot Echo.
The waypoint is Golf Alpha Lima Sierra Oscar.
Golf Alpha Lima Sierra Oscar for Easy86 Foxtrot Echo. And 360 blue.
Clearing 31 Alpha Papa, descent flight level 280, descent rate 1,500 feet per minute or greater.
So we set the beam points in, so it means that when I insert that, we still see when we're abeam all the other waypoints that we did have. And that's good for fuel checking. Hey Fruitbat, that is a very nice direct, isn't it? 223 miles away, and that's the reason we went to put in the abeam points in, because otherwise that's a long way to do a fuel check. Too late to do a fuel check as well.
EV86 Foxtrot Echo, when able, log on to Echo Delta Yankee Juliet.
We'll log on Echo Delta Yankee Juliet, easy, Foxtrot Echo.
Scandinavian 54 Echo Tango, contact Copenhagen on 134.680.
134.680, Scandinavian 54.
Eurowings 1355, descent flight level 280, descent rate 1,500 feet per minute or greater.
Descent flight level 280 with the descent rate of 1,500.
I can never remember which menu it is to get into this thing.
Easy 3 Mike Charlie on frequency.
Easy 3 Mike Charlie.
Easy 3 Mike Charlie, Master hello, radar contact. Beeline 7 Tango Alpha, reduced to Mach decimal 74 for separation.
0.74, Beeline 7 Tango Alpha.
I might not have got this set up.
WhatsApp 19er for separation, speed Mach decimal 74.
Mach decimal 74.
Let me just double check I've actually got this set up so I can do it. Oh, hang on. Yes, I do. Echo. Delta. Yankee. Juliet. No, we're not on sim update for Dubai Flyer. This is good old sim update 3.
Passing to 210 for 250.
Kevin 31 kilo Master hello, radar contact, climb flight level 370.
7370.
A little bit of high level cloud.
Easy 3 Mike Charlie for separation, maintain speed Mach decimal 74.
Mike decimal 74, easy 3 Mike Charlie.
I heard as well there was a few
Eurowings
things
34, turn
not
left
working
heading 35
correct
for
with
separation.
sim update 4 just yet.
Left heading 350, Eurowings 34.
Hey Chewie, why use manual thrust during takeoff? Who did that? Not me.
Good evening, this is Tampa 7 Golf Golf Bravo on flight level 350 inbound Elvo.
Were you confusing it with Manflex?
Hello, radar contact.
That's normal. Manflex, SRS. Runway.
Special Scandinavian 61 flight level 370 inbound Phuket.
Scandinavian 61 Maastricht, hello, radar contact.
Yeah, because you will see Chubby, it should be Manflex, SRS.
3539, contact Copenhagen on
Runway, if it's got an ILS, and then auto thrust blue. Didn't always used to call out auto thrust blue.
for Rednose 3539.
Not on Easyjet SOPs anyway. If it did say man thrust, then
Berlin Folie Tango, proceed direct Halme.
I'm not quite sure why that happened.
Direkt Halme, Berlin. Folie Tango, danke.
Ryanair to Quebec, on request of the next sector, reduce to minimum clean speed.
This is minimum plane speed, Ryanair to Quebec.
Correct, and to Quebec, proceed direct Tutlo.
Then proceeding to direct...
Unless something's gone wrong with the config for my detent.
Flight level 390.
Canadian 528.
The only other reason you would get that would be if you'd not filled in V-speeds. Not V-speeds, sorry. If you'd not filled in...
Direct, that's so, Canadian 528.
things like your cost index and basically set up all your flight management computer properly so it knew what you were going to be targeting. Have to check the next flight that we do. Make sure the same thing doesn't happen.
Easy 3 Mike Charlie, reduce to minimum clean speed.
Reduce to minimum clean speed, easy 3 Mike Charlie.
Master Radar, buonasera, Scandinavian 867, passing to 70, 4340. Scandinavian 867, Maastricht, hello, radar contact.
So we've got about 5,000 feet to go, and then we'll do the usual checks.
Ryanair to Quebec, confirm you're turning direct to low.
We should be, never mind, they didn't do it, but we are going to do it. No, apologies.
Roger, no problem.
Sky High Simulations.
9527 on the request of the
Says
next sector.
ATC on the UK is massive. One person controlling the entire country. Are they? Let's have a look.
Roadside 19,
So our flight is being monitored today by Elevatex.
Line 7 Tango Alpha, reduce the minimum clean.
Looks like we've got quite a bit of ATC ahead of us as well. That's quite nice.
And Prestige 1, same for you, reduce the minimum clean speed.
And yeah, so London Control is controlling a lot of London, although it's not actually controlling
Going 934,
central London
direct
at the moment.
too low, but reduce the minimum clean speed, please.
Direct 22 and reducing minimum clean during standard 34.
Would be good if we got some
Tango Mike, contact Bremen, 125.
ATC in London for when we get there.
Going 31 Alpha Papa, contact Copenhagen, 119
There's not any ATC at Gatwick at the minute, which is
31 Alpha Papa, thank you, bye-bye.
very unusual. Very unusual.
Good evening, Finnair 1 Charlie Whiskey with you at flight level 320.
But we do have ATC in Southampton.
Masters, good evening. Ryanair to Quebec, contact Copenhagen on 135.290.
135-290, thank you very much, bye-bye.
Wings 934, contact Copenhagen, 135.
I am very much looking forward to some update at number 4.
290,
I always thought the night lighting of Flight Sim 24 was very good anyway. Compared to Flight Sim 2020, nighttime flying was far better in 24.
One contact now Copenhagen on 135.290.
Contact Copenhagen on 139290, Prestige 1, thank you.
Negative, it's 135.290.
135290, Prestige 1.
Correct. One Charlie Besky, are you able for flight level 350?
Has there been a solar eclipse this evening? That's an oxymoron, isn't it? A solar eclipse this evening. Was there a solar eclipse today or tomorrow?
Was that Finnair 1 Charlie Whiskey?
Sure, I've read something like that.
Affirm, are you able for flight level 350?
Affirm.
And Chumi as well, celebrating 40 months, 40 months of membership. That is amazing. How's the job going as well, Chumi? Hopefully still enjoying loading aircraft.
Maastricht, hello, radar contact. Berlin 4 Lima Tango, contact Maastricht on 128.790.
Maastricht on 128.790.
Stephen, I use Elevatex. It's free. It's free. And very much like Volanta if you're familiar with it, but I just find this far less clunky. Very straightforward. And I look at this, it's almost like there's more aircraft in the virtual skies here than there are in the real skies, which is incredible. Oh, look at this. Oh, how I wish we saw those icons on Flight Radar 24.
David 1621, Maastricht, hello, radar contact, climb flight level 380.
Cargo passenger for 1000, but climbing 4058 here.
Right, we're approaching flight level 360, our cruising altitude for today. Now Mac Alt Star.
Tango 7 Golf Bravo, contact Bremen 125025, bye-bye.
125725 for Tango 7 Golf Bravo, schönen Abend noch, danke.
To confirm 125025.
125, 725.
And that's my call,
Tango
Cruz.
7 Golf Golf Bravo.
Negative, it's not 7, it's
So,
025.
TCAS 2 below.
Sorry, danke. 125, 025 for Tango 7 Golf
Costing
Golf Bravo.
next.
Schönen
We have now reached
Back to
cruising
full.
altitude on
Ryanair 45, 1 Tango Alpha, descend now flight level 280, descent rate 1,500
flying
feet
to
per minute
London.
operator.
We will begin our snack and drink service shortly. And I must say, our cheese rolls are simply delightful. After the service, we will
Ryanair
also
45,
have
1
items
Alpha, descent flight level 280,
Let's have a quick look
descent
through
rate
the SD
1,500
pages.
Thank you for
operator.
your attention.
Send to Stuart, flight of 280 at 1,500 feet operator. Ryanair 45.
Just looking for anything abnormal,
Radar,
amber,
hello, you're in the climb, Whiskey Tango,
flashing,
Flight 340.
missing. That's quite warm. Although 25 degrees, that's cozy, isn't it?
During time Whiskey Tango, Maastricht, hello, radar contact, please contact Bremen now on 125, 025.
125, 025, you're in climb, Whiskey Tango 2.
And all status is normal. We're now going to just check the overhead.
Also, 19 contact now Copenhagen on 135,
Yeah,
that's
well, that's fine.
290, bye-bye.
135, 290, broadsword 19er. G'day.
Psi 120, anybody else have lost the ability to walk forwards in walk-around mode? Just stop working. That sounds like something's been reset with your commands, doesn't it?
Scandinavian 867, are you able for flight level 350?
A little bit of turbulence there, I don't know if you just saw. HCE services terminated, 122.8, go. Just press that before it starts screaming at me.
Scandinavian 167, ready check. 85 now. Sorry for that. Scandinavian 87, yes, we are able to fly out.
Right, over to Unicorn,
Roger, flight level
1228.
350. Climb flight level 350.
Sky High, will we balance the fuel tank? No, there's nowhere near enough of an imbalance to warrant doing that. And I can't be bothered to get the documents out to work out how to do it. But you actually can, Airbus, according to their own documentation, you actually can fly the A320 with all your fuel in the right hand side of the aircraft, none in the left hand side of the aircraft, and it shouldn't affect performance. That's what the documents say anyway. Actually, to log off here. I can never remember how to log off on this thing. No idea how you not log off on there. Just put something random in. Yeah, all about aviation. Default Gatwick scenery is rubbish. There is a freeware scenery available that works. It's actually probably one of the best freeware sceneries ever created. So definitely worth checking out if you haven't done so already. So we're going to do a fuel check. I'm just waving left and right at the moment. There's a couple of things.
Foxtrot Echo departure, expect the table to Golf arrival. I'll have you descending in about 15 minutes.
Okay, that is intentions to have traffic control. I'll just turn that off for now. So we'll do a quick fuel check then. We are still 118 miles from Galso. In order to do the fuel check now, let's just have a quick look. So we took about 700 kilograms extra. So at Galso, we should have about 3.9 tons of fuel on board. We've got 4.5 at the minute, so that's okay. We're happy with that. What company message is that? Let's just go through. Charlie, how do you know whether to use flaps 3 or flaps 4 for landing? Ordinarily, I would always use flaps 3 just because it's better for the environment, it's more fuel efficient, it's not as noisy, you don't have to flare as much. So, yeah, flaps 3 is arguably better than flaps 4, but you might not be able to use flaps 3. Perhaps you're on a short runway. Remember, if you're using flaps 3, you're going to be flying faster. So when you land, you're going to be travelling quicker, which means that your stopping distance is going to be longer. So if you're on a really short runway, you might not be able to stop. And basically, the way we'll work that out is by doing a calculation for our landing calculation. We'll do that shortly. Fruitbat says, I'm off to Gatwick myself in real life later tonight to pick up the kids flying back from Edinburgh. Minimum £7 pickup charge. Owners should... Oh, yeah. Manchester Airport's the same now. They've all cottoned on to this. Let's charge everybody to use our airport, or everybody to pick people up using our airport. East Midlands, I think, is the same. It winds me up, but, you know, kind of got you over a barrel, really, haven't they? What can you do? Just looking at these traffic, they're not intruders just yet. They're 5,500 and 8,500 feet beneath us, so over there somewhere. Yeah, so what I'd probably look at doing at the minute is, let's just have a quick look. So let me grab the ATIS for Amsterdam. Arrivals if we need to. So yeah, I'm just going to send the ATIS off for Amsterdam. We'll get that in a minute. And the secondary flight plan then, just copy the active. Secondary flight plan, we are having a quick look. So what I'd probably look at doing is, we've got a little bit of weather over there. We're going to be ignoring it. We're not going to do any of that. Where is Amsterdam? Oh, actually, we're almost above Amsterdam, I think. Yeah, straight above us, look, at SPL. So, yeah, if we now go to the secondary flight plan, first of all, let's just grab that weather from Amsterdam, see what that's looking like. So main landing runway is 06. Yeah, that's all I wanted. So what we'll do is secondary flight plan and Galso, EHAM, arrival, ILS 06, no star, possibly in from Sugol, which is, oh, actually that's over the North Sea. No, not Sugol. It's the R-tip, isn't it? Yeah, just pop that in. The reason I'm doing that then is just now because if something went wrong, I've got an approach set up for the ILS 06, so I can get vectors in there or whatever, but I've got the ILS set up for 06.
Traffic hello.
In case we need it.
Inbound for landing ILS 06. Transition RTIP, flight level 150.
F. Bashan, good evening to you.
Amsterdam traffic.
And there is Amsterdam, literally beneath us, look. Looking very nice. I do think nighttime lighting, everyone complains about the CP mask, but it's gorgeous. I am aware Sim Update 4 makes it even better, so very, very much looking forward to seeing that. Okay, so talking about the arrival into Gatwick, because it's not a long flight. All about aviation, can you download the Easyjet and pilot livery? Yes, you can if you're on our Discord server and you're one of the VIP members. Let's have a look at. Have we got an ATC? We've got ATC in Gatwick. We haven't, have we? So, how are we going to get that? I know exactly how we're going to get that. In fact, this is where you guys coming into your own. Can someone just Google the current METAR at Gatwick for me, please? That'd be fantastic. Aviation says complete ground stop in real life at Copenhagen right now. Oh, really? Do we know why? Oh, is the drones over the airport? We're using St. Intention's cabin crew. In fact, that's a good point. Who's purser tonight? It's Mara, isn't it? Hey Mara, you don't happen to have any biscuits or anything going spare, do you? I'm a little bit peckish. Thank you, Harry, for the current METAR. I just checked the time of that. Is spot on. Thank you.
Oh, I don't have any biscuits on me, Captain, but I can check with the crew if we have any snacks available. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, please. I'm very hungry. I will take anything you've got going spare. Within reason. As long as I don't have to pay for it.
Oh, let me check with the crew if we have any snacks available for you, Captain. I'll be right back.
Thank you. So, I'm just going to fill this in there. We've got this from Harry. Thank you very much, Harry. So, what have we got? We've got QNH is 1027. I'm just pre-selecting that, which is why you can hear the C chord in the background. So QNH 1027, temperature is 11. Wind is 0205. Not much wind at all around tonight. And that's fine. Right, I'm going to go config 3. I know I can do config 3 at Gatwick just because we've landed there so many times. But we're still going to do the check. So let's bring up the arrival performance check. So 08 right, the weather is good. Let's put in that
Amsterdam
wind.
traffic, Transavia 957, service localizer 06. Amsterdam traffic.
And 1027. Our landing weights then. We need to check the landing weight. How do we get the landing weight? We have to do maths. So 60.4, our zero fuel weight, add the fuel, which then I like to round up. So it's sort of 63.4, 64. Let's call it 64.2. So landing weight 64.2. Flaps 3, low auto brake. Yeah, that works. So we're happy. We'll pop that on. And top of descent is about 40 miles or so. And then we'll start doing our arrival brief coming into Gatwick, which we've done many times before. I have no news on the Fenix Neos, I'm afraid, Wolf. Yeah, Tosho, someone else just come on and mentioned that. It's annoying, isn't it? Especially if you're trying to fly out of there. Or land there, to be fair. Okay, just getting the arrival charts up for Gatwick, and then we'll talk through them. Finlay, do I know if the black screen on the aircraft will get fixed on Xbox? I have no idea what that is, I'm afraid, Finlay, because I don't play on Xbox, and I never have. So, sorry, I really can't help you there. Can you imagine tonight? I think as well on VATSIM is Vectors to Copenhagen, where they do a Monday night special. Very, very busy going to Copenhagen. Can you imagine if Copenhagen right now, VATSIM went for ultra realism and shut the airport? A huge part of me wishes they would, because can you imagine the the chaos? The chaos wouldn't come from the controls; they would know exactly what to do. But it would be VATSIM comedy gold. Let's have a look then at the arrival for Gatwick. I'm going to start setting up the box and then we can brief. Clearly, she couldn't find any snacks, Pilgrim, so we're on his own there. Right, so that's our arrival on Temperature 2 Golf. We confirm that in the box, and we've got 08 right in the box as well. Let's just move to plan mode so we can check all of that is exactly what we want. And yeah, that is our flight route. That looks perfect. So we're happy with that. RadNav page then, what we're going to do is we'll pop in Mayfield. That's all we need for that. Echo Golf Kilo 08 right. We'll pop that in there, and all I need to do then is fill in the barrow. We'll get that from the charts in the moment. I've already filled in all the weather. We've still got an extra 37 minutes of flight time on board fuel wise, so that's all good. Secondary flight plan, we'll leave Amsterdam in there for now. What we could actually do is, at this point, if we go to our data, let's go to the echo time point, and I'll just change it to EHAM and Gatwick. That way we've got an equal point between EHAM, Amsterdam and Gatwick, so if we had an emergency for whatever reason, then we'd know which one's closer. I already think there it is, look. So at the moment, if something bad happens, I'm going back to Amsterdam. Once we've crossed that, I'm carrying on to Gatwick. And it's backup planning. It's what if. Plan for the worst, isn't it? So box is more or less set up. A couple of things I need to get from the charts. So let's grab that before we brief the lot. Platform altitude is 3,000 feet. That's interesting. Why is that not updating? I'm looking at a completely different chart to you guys. What's happening there? Okay, I'm just going to stop mirroring, and I'm just going to restart the mirroring because clearly something wasn't working there. See if this comes back to life. Oh, that doesn't want to work. Okay, let me try again. If not, I'll try and use the tablet in the sim. But that's our top of descent coming on, and I wanted to be briefing about now. Actually, I wanted to be briefing before that. But with that top of descent then, we are going to have to brief on the fly, so apologies for that. Let's continue, let's start that descent then. So, we're going to go down flight level 200. So, thrust idle, open descent, 200 blue. Oh, how very strange. The iPad doesn't want to connect. No idea what's been going on with that because, well, okay, plan B, I'll use the iPad. We can use this. Might have to make this bigger so you guys can see it. That's departures, approach. That's interesting. It's not got the arrivals. Oh, that's the approach. Let's have a look at the arrivals. Where are we? Tebra. There we are. That's the one I wanted. Can I make this a little bit bigger? Because it's very small. It's very small, actually. Let's make it large. There we are. Right, so let's go ready for the brief. We're in the descent already, which is not how I like to do it. I like to be ahead of that. I'm just going to pull speed and set a speed of 280. Just noticing sort of tinkering on the profile there. So let's continue on our way down. But the arrival brief then. So I'll start with the want. Nothing interesting with the weather, so disregard any of that. Aircraft is still all working, and we've got no no-times either. Right, so we're going to be doing the Tebra 2 Golf arrival, obviously starting at Tebra. We've checked all of these, or I've checked all of these in the box, and all of these match up with what we're doing. And from Timber, then we will get vectors in to come in and around, but we've got a nice path already in the box, so happy with that. We will descend via the SID 7000 flight level 70 at Timber as planned, and we've got a max speed there of 220. So the plan then will be green dot by Timber. Once we have left Timber, let's just get the next chart up. It's not the chart I want. So we're right without radar control. This will be it. So after Timber, we're not going to be doing the hold unless we absolutely have to, but we have got a hold possibility at Mayfield. So after Timber, then my plan will be, as we get to just before the base turn, we're going to go flaps 1 in the base, flaps 2 then with the glide. Let's have a look at the approach itself, which is 08 right, and check out everything we need off here. So platform altitude is 3,000 feet. The glide path is normal 3 degrees. The minimums tonight are Cat 1 minimums, so they are 400. So I'm just popping that in the barrow field off your screen in the box. And yeah, there's very little else to say about this, to be fair. So we've got Pappies on the right. Small displaced threshold as well, so MSA is going to be 2-1 as we're coming in, and then the go around is straight out, and then once we're at 2,000 feet, here's a great question for you actually. So at 2,000 feet or before IGG, whichever is later, we make a right turn to heading 178 degrees and then climbed flight level 3,000. So here's my question to you: what is the missed approach altitude? Let you guys answer that. There you can see that's the go around instructions, and that is my question: what is the missed approach altitude? Right, we've got ATC control, fantastic. It's 127,105.
Charter Juliet, London, hello to you. Welcome to the Manchester party. Climb now, flight level 180 for the Elvis 1 wire, correct full.
Manchester party.
Flight level 180 for the Elvis 1 wire. Juliet.
Shuttle 404, climb flight 180 on reach and flight level 180, speed 280 knots.
I'm just pushing into descent mode now, so we're nicely below the profile.
280. 280.
London Control, good evening, Easyjet Foxtrot Echo, descending now, flight level 200.
63 Foxtrot Echo, hello to you, detail file 140.
Descend flight level 140, Easyjet 6 Foxtrot Echo.
Golf Lima Alpha,
140.
level 1 Stansted, ready for departure.
Golf Oscar, Romeo Lima Alpha, thank you, 04 clear takeoff, the surface, wind 020 degrees 6 knots.
Remlin, let's time to enjoy the party.
04, Golf Lima Alpha.
Maybe it's on Canal Street.
Speedbird 901, contact Heathrow direct to 119.730, bye bye.
Go to Heathrow direct to 119.730, bye.
Shuttle 2 Juliet, redirect to Elbow.
Direct to Elbow,
So I think we should be on the ground looking at the box.
Eurowings 2 Hotel, flight level 3.
About half an hour or so. That's good.
Eurowings 2 Hotel, hello to you. So Hamilton 1 Bravo arrival for Birmingham. Expect runway 33.
Hamilton 1 Bravo expecting runway 33, Eurowings 2 Hotel.
Hey Jacob.
Fenix 1 Delta Tango,
So ATC came online and basically messaged me and told me to contact them, so that's when I contacted them. Right, we've got a parking stand at Gatwick, and it's going to be stand 49 right, which I don't think it's not one of the bad stands. It's not the one right on the far northern pier.
Shuttle 4 Alpha, nothing further north, continue on Unicorn 1228 behind.
122.8 for Shuttle 4 Alpha, have a good evening, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Tomjet 4 Hotel Bravo, increase to 300 down.
It's there, look.
Tomjet 6 Hotel Bravo, direct Trent, increase your speed to 300.
So yeah, when we actually vacate the runway, I'm going to be quite happy to roll to the end, get off at Romeo.
Shell X 53 Juliet Lima, there's no further ATC into Manchester. Yeah, so, next traffic behind you is 18 miles, 18 miles behind, continue on Unicorn 1228.
Jacob, ATC is online, then I would contact them when you enter their airspace, which for centres is quite easy to find out.
Shanix, Manchester's literally just come online now, mate, so you can report your speed to Manchester on 118.580.
We've just sort of entered their airspace and they want us, but we're going to be going out of their airspace very soon, I think, looking at that. So, sadly, still no ATC online at Gatwick. Boom.
Golf Lima Alpha's level at 4,000 on the SID, looking for higher.
Golf Lima Alpha, thank you. Climb now, flight level 90.
Climb now, flight level 90, Golf Lima Alpha.
Hey, DC.
Flight level 100.
Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well.
Speedbird 225, descent flight level 100.
Busy ATC frequency tonight. All about aviation, yeah, we've done Southampton a few times. Short runway, good fun to do. They fly to a few more places now than they used to.
Golf Lima Alpha, can I give you waypoint? I'm going to give you waypoint Abton, which is going to take you to the south, and then from there you can join the star on to 09.
Roger. So, do you want me to go direct to Abtem now, Golf Lima Alpha?
Affirming. Route direct to Abtem now, flight level 90.
Wilco, that's presume Alpha Bravo Tango Echo Mike, correct?
Uniform Mike.
Good evening, Harrison.
Thank you, Shanix 1 Delta Tango, fly heading 080 degrees.
Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoy your first time visiting us live on stream. You join us over the North Sea.
Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Easy 86 Foxtrot Echo. Okay, so we're going to have to pop that into open descent. So there we are.
Golf Lima Alpha, just while I get that in my system, can you just give me a rough heading, please?
80.
Yes, I'm by.
Do I use top result calculations, Jacob?
Roger, 130, Golf
yes and no. So,
Shuttle to X-ray speed 270 down. 270 down by 10, shuttle section.
It's a little bit
1404 speed 270.
of experience as well, because I've done it a lot. I know that
1404 speed 270 down.
We're in a really good position at the moment. In fact, I'll tell you what we'll do, Jacob, sorry. Let's do this.
So 6 Hotel Bravo, report your speed to Manchester radar on the 118.580.
To get to this fixed info page.
118.580, report the speed, 6 Hotel Bravo, thanks, bye.
Now, if you remember, the platform altitude for this approach is 3,000 feet. Now, multiply by 3. That's what you need to be able to do to be a pilot, multiply by 3. So, 3,000 feet is about 9 miles out. So if we pop in Echo Golf Kilo Kilo, runway 08 right, because that's the runway we're landing on, and we pop a 9 mile radius, yep.
I am. I've got your PDC clearance now.
3,000 feet times 3
French 46, thank you. Identified radar
is
control
9,
service clear to
which is 9
cross
miles.
east to west radar.
Same as if the platform altitude was 4,000 feet, you'd put in 12 miles. 5,000 feet, 15 miles. And what that is giving us is around our airport, around Gatwick. I'll just zoom into that. We've now got
Hotel is with you.
a ring. This is 9 miles around Gatwick. I want to
Shell
be
1 Hotel, hello to you. It's the
3,000 feet.
Hotel arrival for Heathrow.
Just before we cross this. And that will get me on the glide slope perfectly for our ILS arrival.
Local 1 Hotel arrival in square 4764.
Engineer on board, good evening to you.
Shuttle 1 for Hotel.
Shuttle 2 X-ray, report your speed to London Control now, 133.705.
Speed to London, 133.705, back to it, Shuttle 2 X-ray.
London, good evening, 125 and from the Polymer Whiskey on Facility 8.
And Jacob, you'll see in a moment how I will manipulate the VS speed
London High, Shuttle 8, Echo 3,000,
for that to work for us.
on the altered 1 Juliet.
Shuttle 8.
Air Dog, I use the
London,
Thrustmaster side stick.
Climb now, follow 14.
Climb now, level 140, Shuttle 8, okay.
Oh, it's Team Simple, then you have to do a little bit more maths.
London, good evening, from the Polymer Whiskey on Facility 8.
Phantom 4 Lima, Whiskey, London, hello to you, the Logan 2 Hotel arrival.
Logan 2 also arrival from the Polymer Whiskey.
Speed 33 Alpha, nothing further, continue on Unicom 122.
Yeah, at that point, Team Simple,
1228, Speedbird 33 Alpha, good night.
then
Good night. Is 1 Delta Golf?
the altitude's about 7,500 feet. It's about 22, 23 miles out.
122.8. Bye-bye.
So that's what I've been putting in for my range rings.
Until reaching level 330 and Unicom 122.8 will resume all navigation then. Bye-bye, thank you.
Right, speed 250, it's coming over 10,000 feet.
2 station.
Seatbelt signs on.
Someone's requesting descent.
Eurowing 2 Hotel.
Eurowing 2 Hotel, descent file 220, level Hemel.
And Jacob, that is a great question. When do you activate the approach phase in the
Shuttle 8
McDoom?
Alpha fly heading 330 degrees.
Now I've set 250.
Shuttle 8 Alpha fly heading 330.
330.
I'm choosing the speed I want to fly at, which means now is the perfect time to activate the approach phase. So that's now done. Also at that same time, about 10,000 feet, I'll turn on the LS as well.
Golf Lima Alpha, my service now terminates. Monitor Unicom 1228.
Unicom 122, definitely, thanks. Golf Lima Alpha.
Shuttle 1404, report your speed to London Control on 133.705.
Report to London Control 133.705.
Ben, can I explain the multiply by 3 rule quickly again? Yeah,
left 200
basically,
F200.
your altitude times 3, okay?
Hotel, when ready, descent flight level
It's
200.
easier for me. There's actually a video on the channel about it, Ben.
Level 200, Shuttle 14 Hotel.
So, we're going to go on to Unicom in a moment, so it's going to be a little bit quieter. I just need to check. I think we should go to Unicom now, actually. Polar Poles, good evening. I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are too.
27 Alpha Whiskey, pitch start is approved. When ready, taxi order point Lima 1 via Juliet Lima.
This is to start taxi to holding point Lima 1 via Juliet and Lima. 27 Alpha.
And Easyjet 6 Foxtrot Echo, just confirm we're no longer in your sector.
I'm going to say, oh no, you're not. I was going to give you the Gatwick director, but he just closed, so you can continue on Unicom 1228.
Roger, thanks for the service. Over to Unicom, Easyjet 6 Fox Echo. Good night.
Just like.
Right, that's Unicom on the way. So I've got this 9-mile radius ring because 9 miles for the approach is 3,000 feet. Okay, basically it's 1,000 feet every 3 miles, and that's what you need to remember. When going down at a normal rate, it's 1,000 feet every 3 miles. What we're going to do now is I'm just going to have a quick check. I've got no traffic between me and the airport, so instead of flying all this dog-legged stuff, we are going to go direct to, in fact, we'll probably go direct to Mayfield, actually. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to do that. Speed us up a little bit. Okay, so now direct Mayfield. That should give us a right-hand turn. So obviously we don't want to be 3,000 feet when we cross it here, because that's not the approach. Here is on the approach. So if I just bring the plan up, zoom in a bit. The plan is that we fly along here, fly along here, fly along here. As we come around here, I want to be at 3,000 feet as we cross this line. 3,000 feet because I've got 9 miles left to run. 1,000 feet per 3 miles. That is the rule of 3. 1,000 feet per 3 miles. So if the platform altitude was 4,000 feet, then that's going to be 12 miles. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to start the descent down to 3,000 feet, and I'm going to pull that for open descent, thrust idle, open descent, and we want the local pressure 1027, and we've got 3,000 feet there. Now have a look at this. Can you see? This is where we're going to level off at the moment. We're going to level off 3,000 feet here. I do not want that. I don't want to be burning all this fuel 3,000 feet all this way around. So this is the plan instead. We're now going to manipulate VS, and we're going to say, do you know what? In order to reach that particular area, let's start tweaking it. We're going to descend less and less. See how I'm doing this? So I'm leveling off. So that's 1,000 feet per minute, 900 feet per minute, and watch the arrow. Yeah, just watch the arrow. As I move the speed, you can see that the arrow moves as in where we're going to level off. So look, it's moving further and further away from me. Further away from me, that's 5,000 feet per minute. That's 500 feet per minute. That's 300 feet per minute. And now if I just jump into plan mode so we can see that a bit more accurately. Okay, so this is basically saying if I descended now at 300 feet per minute, I would level off at 3,000 feet right at the airport. Well, that's no good. So I need to just tweak that. So 300 feet per minute is there, 400 feet per minute is there, 500 feet per minute is there. Well, do you know what? Actually, that is a good bet. 400 feet per minute. Okay, you want a nice descent all the way down. Tony, why not use managed descent? Well, the problem with managed descent, Tony, is it won't descend you this slowly. So you would end up getting down far too soon. Managed descent gets you down via the constraints. So you've got 4,000 feet there, 3,000 feet there. This is to be above that. So why not use FPA? You can use FPA, and you would usually use that more when you're doing RNAV approaches and things like that, if final approach mode isn't working. But no, feet per minute is is the normal way of doing it, because then you're still in heading mode, although technically we're in nav mode at the minute. So yeah, that's the reason we do that. Now, you don't want the arrow to be bang on there, because we're still doing 250 knots. We still need to slow down. So at some point, we are going to reduce the speed, and to do that, then it's going to take time. So if I just go back to arc mode, we can have a look there. I'm probably going to start reducing speed at Mayfield. The problem with the descent mode and open descent mode is usually they get you down too soon, and you end up then trundling away at 3,000 feet for ages, and ATC don't want that. Your company don't want that. It's burning fuel unnecessarily. Cabin crew, about 20 minutes to landing. 20 minutes. So we just let them know. Glide slope, no, not SU4. This is...
Thank you, Captain. I'll prepare the cabin for landing and ensure the crew is seated.
Sim update 3. The other thing you've got to take into account as well is always check the wind. So it's not very strong tonight, but imagine we've got a tailwind of about 20 or 30 knots, or even higher in some instances. So you then probably want to be thinking about leveling off even sooner. What is going to happen is once we pick up the ILS and we pick up the glide slope, then we're going to tweak it a little bit more. Harry, yeah, so flight path angle mode. So we are descending at feet per minute rather than a particular angle per minute. You don't ever really descend at a particular angle per minute unless you're on the final approach. It's just, it's not done. Ben, what if you've been vectored in and not following the flight plan, same principle? Yeah, so if I was being vectored in right now, I'd still have this ring around so that whatever vectors these guys are giving me, I know I need to be 3,000 feet by the time I cross this line. All about aviation, when I created the channel, why Easyjet? A simple answer is because I knew the operating procedures for the airline so we could do it properly. Right, what's going on with that glide slope? Bit of a dancing glide slope at the minute. Not seen that before. If it's doing that on final, let's just sack it off and hand fly it all the way in. I'm sure it won't be. Got a departure out of Gatwick just there. Fruit bat, yeah, we're nearly at London.
Okay, coming.
Okay, let's run the approach checklist now. So Barra F, QNH is 1027. Seatbelt signs are on. Minimums 400. Auto brake low. Engine mode selector is normal, and our EFB is stowed and disconnected. And running out of battery.
Gatwick traffic, Griffin to Alpha Tango via Juliet 1, lining up runway 08 right, Gatwick.
If you haven't enjoyed the stream, please don't forget to hit the like button. Bavan, future elements. This is the Fenix Airbus A320. I had to think then, we are on a 320 tonight, aren't we? Yes, we are.
Correction, Vet Hill 08 right, departing Golf with Conductor.
Airport should be on about 2 o'clock. It's over there somewhere. Been in the news, of course, today with the second runway being approved. I'll believe it when I see it. Right, no traffic ahead of us, so we're just going to sort of give ourselves a sort of high-speed approval as we just come round here to land.
Gatwick traffic, Griffin to Alpha Tango, departing runway 08 right, via the Idmore 1 Zulu departure, Gatwick traffic.
So beam the airport, we'll start slowing down. Not a million miles away now.
Gatwick traffic, Golf with Gaffer.
So there it is.
PS on our operating north to Gatwick.
Okay, so manage the speed. Speed should now start to drop off.
Gatwick traffic, Golf Mike Bravo, Oscar November, North Field, flying airport, touching Gatwick at 1,000 feet.
Yeah, it seems to be, I mean, the actual chart, I think, is Timber flight level 70, might be 80, might even be 80. It's very quiet tonight for whatever reason, so we're kind of dipping in a little bit early. We also took a shortcut as well. please the fuel planners. So the next plan is to sort of flaps 1 around here.
Go from Yankee, over flying the field,
So I've just manipulated that even
Mike
more.
Bravo,
200 feet per minute to try and get a CDA. That's a bit weird. Why am I getting some glow there? That's so on the ground with a laser pen. Not seen that before. Glide slope, I've not actually ever had much of an issue with that. Mind you, I very rarely fly all the way down in descent mode. It's very rare. In fact, I'm not sure I've ever done it, to be honest. Hehe. 200 feet per minute, it feels like nothing, but it's just saving that little bit of fuel. Jacob, that's not what I do, because flight level 100, I'm pulling speed to 250 knots. That's the point where I activate the approach phase in the box. Not this, not that. That's not until we're about to capture the ILS. Mushroom, we're about to land. That glide slope looks like it's tired itself out finally. Teams, I want to be flaps 1 when I make the base turn, so any moment now. Look, to be fair, we've just sort of passed that glide slope. Or beam it, so now I'm quite happy to make the base turn now. I'm going to come out of that, make that turn, come round. Now we're going to go flaps 1. So speed's checked, flaps 1. Reduce speed 180. And just tease it around. Which company require managed descents, glide slope? I can't imagine there is any company that requires you to have a managed descent all the way down. Particularly not here in Europe. The US is a bit different because they're stars that start out like 80 miles away from the airport with good step downs. They are better. But here in Europe, open descent, VS. Even the Germans get you to descend down via descend at a rate of 2,000 feet per minute, whatever. LAX stars, Team Simple, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Don't they start in New York? Right, let's activate the approach phase. Autopilot 1 and 2 both on now, so just confirm we've got glide slope blue. There you go, Lockstar, Cat 3 Dual, Autopilot 1 and 2. Gatwick, traffic easy, 86 Foxtrot Echo, establishing ILS 08, right for a 12-mile final.
And Gatwick traffic, Golf, Mike Bravo, Oscar November from the south. We'll be overflying Gatwick 26, correction 08 right at 2,500 or greater.
So we're about to hit the glide slope. Glide slope star, missed approach altitude. I didn't answer that question, did I? But anyone that said 3,000 feet for the missed approach altitude was spot on. Okay, flaps 2, speed's checked. Flaps 2.
Tango traffic Golf is Gavin Yankee after arriving Easyjet open the
cabin crew seats for
right, we overflying the airport behind Tango traffic.
Cabin crew, take seats for landing.
Right, get the lights on. They don't actually come on until I get the landing gear down, but that's going to be any minute now as we're about 7 miles out. Jacob, I hit this approach just before we captured the localizer, not the glide slope. Okay, that's 6 miles. Gear down. Spoilers armed. Manage the speed. Flaps 3. Speed's checked. Flaps 3. And now it's mine to mess up. Gatwick traffic, easy 86 Foxtrot Echo, 5 mile final, 08 right. Isn't this airport that they're talking, this runway that they're talking about, actually going to be like shifted over here though? I had a brilliant comment on the radio this morning that they've already got a second airport. They just need to pick it up and move it. Yeah, that's how it works. Jacob, you can't descend down the glide slope until you picked up the localizer. Landing checklist then, camera is secured, go around altitude 3,000 feet, eco memos, got landing, no blue.
Traffic Golf, Oscar November, after landing Easyjet Airbus A320, and turning left base final is 26, correction, 08 right Gatwick.
I've got eyes on that traffic there, top left as you can see it. Yeah, they've got to move it 12 meters. They've still got to. There's still going to have to be some digging. I actually don't know the history of Gatwick Airport and why they built it where they can't use it. I too have no idea. It's now a very well lit taxiway, isn't it? Three reds just compensate for that.
100 above.
Alpine 8 Charlie Lima, reducing to green dot for separation.
Minimum.
Continue.
Retard.
That's a blurry runway. So we've got spoilers deployed, reverse green. So I'm not in a rush to slam the brakes on, I'm going to roll to the end. Reverse is off. Manual brakes.
Traffic Golf, Oscar November, short final to Gazette, right, sorry. From Yankee Ferry flying the airport after the arriving German Aviation.
Gatwick traffic, runway 08 right, vacate. And we'll get the APU started. Welcome to Gatwick.
Gatwick traffic, easy 132 and reducing speed to 220.
So we know where the parking stand is. We were given that a while ago. Bob Williams, you are more than welcome to join us anytime.
Traffic Alpine 82 Charlie Lima and 5 miles behind 13 Juliet, so increase to 220 knots as well.
Glasgow, we're stopping the APU in the 320. Just wait 3 seconds normally, so hit the APU, count to 3, hit the start button. It doesn't normally actually light up before then.
It was still climbing 5,02310 on the Woman's Box. It's Juliet departure Heathrow.
Team Civil, what's the point of the runway turn light on during departure? To absolutely no idea. Ask the person that wrote the SOPs. I'm sure there's a reason for it. Hey Mark, good to see you, mate. Thank you for joining us. That's what we want. We want relaxing. That means it's boring and safe. This is Inibuild's London Gatwick, for anyone that's interested. Link to Inibuild's in the video description down below. 2NH, good evening. If you are on your way out now, then please, if you are going, hit that like button for me. Really appreciate everybody that does hit that, so thank you so much. And of course, not forgetting that you've got
Gatwick traffic, easy 132 and turning right.
You've got the discount codes there as well.
Right.
So do check those out.
200.
Oh my god, what's happened here?
Oh! Red Hill traffic, Golf Oscar November, short finals 36.
What the hell was that? And now we've gone into Toga, Alpha Floor.
Charlie 8 right, speed 220 knots.
What the hell was that? Oh my god. I have never seen anything like that. Oh my god. Si, you always get that at Birmingham. I have never had that happen to me before. I can't even... What was that?
Turning right, setting 120 for traffic avoidance.
That was insane. Master caution. I could try and fob it off as semi-realistic as an earthquake, but
traffic, Alpine 82,
that's not going to fly.
Lima, and stepping localizer 08 right.
I wish someone had been recording that on VATSIM and seeing it. I've now pulled into the wrong gate because of that, but I don't care.
Alpine 82 Charlie Lima, reduce speed 180 knots.
The plane did trip over something. Was there a plant pot on the taxiway? Well, anyway. Time to hit the bar, I think, after that. Absolutely insane. You think GSX cores? I've never had GSX cores anything like that before. What? Have we got anything? Look at this. Right. There's our initial landing report. That's absolutely fine. And then, what have we got here?
London Side traffic, Golf Whiskey Alpha and Yankee, 15 miles to the south.
And then we landed again twice.
We're going to be coming in for a base around London City.
Look at that. Nothing to do with me. I will be filing an ASR on that.
Speed 874, descending 2,400 feet for LS runway 09.
Right, APU's running. It's got the bleed on. Shut down the engines.
Traffic.
I've never had anything like that happen to me before. Engine 1 shut down, engine 2 shut down.
We are established on the ILS to runway 09 left at Heathrow. We are
And
now
we'll
10 miles.
look to deboard, although I have parked at the wrong gate, but never mind.
Gatwick traffic KT63, uniform hotel, turning final 08 right, slowing 164.
You're almost out of office. Well guys, thank you very much for joining us. Hope you have enjoyed our flight this evening and our second and third landing that we had tonight. If you have, please don't forget, do hit that like button. It just makes a massive difference to our YouTube algorithms. It honestly does. So massive thanks for that. Mara, I hope you guys have had a great flight. We're going to start deboarding. Apologies about the rough taxi to our terminal tonight. God bless her. I hope they hadn't unstrapped by that point. They'll have hit the roof.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached our final parking position. Captain Easyjet's pilot and the cabin crew are now saying goodbye. We wish you a nice stay here in London or safe ongoing travel. Thank you for flying with Easyjet UK, and we hope to see you back on board very soon.
And that's it. Good night, everybody. We'll get the beacon light off, and hopefully JSX might decide to come and say hello. There we go. Let's just request deboarding, and that should all be done. It was an exciting gate parting, Gladstone. It was certainly that. Right, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all again in our next live stream. Sadly, I have no idea when they are at the moment. I don't know when we're moving. It could be literally any day, so stay tuned to our Discord server. I'll look forward to seeing you all in our next live stream. Thanks for joining me tonight, and yeah, catch up with you all on Discord. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.